Actually, to explain this question, before I need to give you a little bit of the context, because this, as you know, Bangladesh is the most populated country. It's a 170 million people, and out of this 170 million people, 50%, more than 50%, like 50.47% are women. And in general, these women are most vulnerable in every aspect of their lives. Though in last decades, government have tried so many things to elevate their life, and also so that women can have the opportunity in terms of education, job and other things. But social norms and culture is actually putting them in a way that women are not equally treated or valuable. And when like talking about Christians, we Christians are sad to say that we are less than 1%. In the last century, they said we are 0.3%. Though practically it might be a little bit bigger than that, still we are considered as minority. So minority Christian women, they are vulnerable. And when like someone become Christian from different faith, especially from Muslim background, so they become minorities. So their suffering is kind of double, because they not only they're considered generally suffered together with other women, but also they've suffered for their faith. So in these cases, when her faith is disclosed, immediately family response would be they will cut off all the tails of the relationship with the person. And also even the husband, they will just divorce them. They'll give the ultimatum. Rather, they'll try to bring them back from that new faith they found, and they're physically tortured. And you know, one thing you need to know, that in Bangladesh, the constitutional freedom is given for all the citizens. They have the rights to change their faith or decide their faith. That's why in legal wise, we don't face persecution in that ways. That's why main persecution drivers are families and communities. Therefore, when someone becomes Christian, the excommunicated thing comes on them. The family will stop any communication and put them in isolation. And there is discrimination. At the same time, they are losing their inheritance, because in Islamic law, if someone denies their faith in Islam, automatically they are given up. They cannot claim their inheritance in that sense. Also, talking about the women actually is not same proportion of the inheritance they are receiving. They are receiving less than their brothers or their men in the family. Still, even the less they cannot claim, because they have decided to follow other faith. That's why it is very normal when someone, their home is no longer their home. If they decide it's a married one, they'll be kicked out from the home. Even they lost their custody of their children. Many of them, their marriage life fell apart. And that's the main, I'm saying, when someone become Christian, they decided to follow Jesus, they had to pay huge cost, even sacrificing their marriage, their children, and their community life and family life. The ripples of the individual's decision. For example, a woman, a mother, made the decision to follow Jesus, but it ripples, goes to their husband, and the consequences of the parents' decision goes to their children as well. Actually, if the person, the husband, loved the wife despite of her faith or her decision, but he will get the pressure from the community, pressure from the family to torture or give up this wife. Same way, like when children are not into that decision, but they have to face the consequences. They are also discriminated. They are mocked by the classmates, and even so in the school, teachers are also mocking, putting their mom as a bad, label them in a way that your mom did this, they did that. She is no longer a good mom. So it really affects the children, these young hearts, and they become, they try to, they try to hide themselves from the community, stop mingling with others, because they are feared that they might be asked question that what happened to your mom, how much money she received, why she become Christian. Their life, many of them, they are prone to addiction. They are prone to, even many of them, the depression. I have seen that some of them are started to hate their moms, even their father. So those are the things, those ripples is affecting in the husband or in the children, even sometimes in the extended family also, because someone's faith, it ripples is not only herself, it also for effects to others too. Though community are aware about the law and regulations or freedom of the religious freedom, but it's a community-based country and culture. Everyone knows everyone's decision and everyone interferes in everyone's everything. So this is kind of the culture we belong. Therefore, family and extended family members have huge influence, or community has huge influence in every individual's life. So that's why when someone becomes Christian, especially the women, they face the severe persecution. But at the same time, we need to understand that who are the people, are the officials. Most of them are maybe they are for different faith, especially the Muslims. And every individual, they deny it, they admit it or not, every individual has their religious bias, despite everything. That's why, but at the same time, we are happy that at least that legal or constitutional freedom religious freedom is given to this provision we have to practice our faith. But the practice is quite different. Christians, especially the converted ones, they need support, and because they need to have the spiritual nourishment, and I should say they need to have the psychosocial or psychospiritual nourishment so that they can be resilient, or they will be rooted in their faith, because they need to face the persecution, they need to endure the faith. Therefore, they need to know how to do that. That's why they need the persecution preparedness training, and at the same time, maybe not only persecution preparedness, even the ongoing persecution, for the ongoing persecution victims, they need the something curative or maybe emotional health nourishment supports, and also socio-economic support also, so that they can have the resilience, to stand strong in their faith that they have embraced. At the same time, also be the light and salt in the community. They also need the fellowship, because the believers here in Bangladesh, they are scattered everywhere. So sometimes when persecution occurs, they feel, I am the one, I am suffering, and no one is like me going through this kind of suffering. So when we have the believers, especially the converts, gathering together, so they can see, I am not alone, there are many others like me. So it really enhances them, or uplifting their faith, also bring the encouragement that, I'm not alone. There are many others like me going through this situation, and they have made the right decision. And that's why this supports whatever you are extending. It is very important for their growth and to build the resilient community in Christ. We all know that our core mission is to strengthen what remains, and so that the global church can be a faithful witness of Jesus Christ to everywhere. So that's why, aligned with that, our vision in these different field countries to continue to strengthen the persecuted church, and also create an atmosphere where every believers will be seeing as equally valuable and valued in God's sight, and they will understand every one of them, they belong to Jesus. We have women conferences. We have systematic discipleship programs for women. We have ACD programs among women. We have a persecution preparedness program among women. We have also psychosocial or emotional health, nourishment or assistance among women. We do have family enrichment program where we invite men, women both, so that the healthy homes are being built. So those are the activities intentionally and specifically. This is kind of exclusively done because we address we always saying that our programs, our things would be intentionally intentional inclusion of the program, but sometimes we do have the exclusive program based on the women's need or particular group's need or gender's need. This is because of your support, your contribution, your prayer. And because of your prayer, we are able to, because of your financial support, your physical presence, we can do all those things. So what are the programs I have mentioned? And this country is a vast nation, as I mentioned, that 170 million people. And out of this 170 million people, more than half of them are women. If we don't raise many more women, equip them in how to share the gospel, how to be the light and salt in the community and bring encouragement to others or endure the faith, if we don't build them, if we don't equip them, it is impossible for men to, if we depend on only the men, they will be the one evangelizing. Culturally it is difficult. Men cannot, it is difficult to evangelize women. So to reach out this, more than 50% of women, we need to equip our women, which is we have been doing through your support. Without your support, we cannot do that. Please do continue your support and pray to build the resilience of the church in Bangladesh, even among the women.